Mellow beat. Mellow beat.
Yo, yo, yo. Just checking in with the mic. See the mic working, I'm not sure. Alright. Yo, yo, yo. Mic check, mic check. Yeah, I think we're good. What's up, everybody? Got my Niners fit on, yes, sir. Everybody did well for week 1. We're going to go right into it. As you can see on my right side, right here, we got Draft Dashboard Tools. Been with them for a long time. Great way to cash. Don't have to do research. It does it for you. It gives you the optimized positions for each spot, and also the amount of optimizer generate quality lineups up to 150 lineups. You could even export it to your favorite platform of Draftkings, FanDuel. But yo, hope I'm doing well. As you can see below me, got top plays for each position, favorite cash and GPP stacks for week 2. We'll also look into the watch list, the injuries. We did get the news where McCaffrey is going to be on injury reserve up to, I think, 4 weeks. For week 5, I believe. But look, we got Jordan Mason that balled out last week. It's in a great spot for week 2. So it shouldn't actually hurt us, but at the same time, it should help us understand that we have great talent on our squad. So we need to use everybody on this team, man. It's not just have a focal point on one guy. You know what I mean? And I feel like with McCaffrey, don't get me wrong, got great talent. Don't get me wrong, great talent. But it does isolate our offense to where we're looking at Debo. We're looking at, you know what I mean? And when you got so many talent on one and the whole offense, you got so many weapons, we should be unstoppable on offense, honestly. So hopefully this helps us out to just flip the script. So let's get right into it. Going to go to our quarterbacks. Let's get into each spot. So we got Anthony Richardson at 6,800. He's going against Green Bay. More likely, I'm gonna just pass on this spot. Now, don't get me wrong. He's an ideal play against Green Bay. The 23rd, as we look into it, against the quarterbacks. Out of week 1, but for 6,800, I really feel like you could go for great value in this quarterback position for week 2. So more likely I wouldn't have him in my lineups. So let's see. Green Bay, they allowed about 258 passing yards, roughly 1.7 touchdowns to the position. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a good spot, but 6,800, I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna go to another play. All right, I'm gonna go down. I think Matthew Stafford for his price tag. He's 6,000. 6,000 going against Arizona. We got a division game already into week 2. It's a nice stack for the Rams in this play for today. He did have 18 last week against Detroit, but going against Arizona, I really feel like he could be an optimal spot. He did have 24 last year against them. He had 4 touchdowns in this matchup. You know, we got Kareem Williams, Cooper Kupp. I think got Johnson. He's a nice little value play since Puka is out. So it does help out in this offense to where there's a nice little Ram stack for your lineups. Yeah, he had 24, 10, 23, 18, 31 in the past 5 games at Arizona. Do like Matthew Stafford to plug in your lineups. He's only 6,000, so definitely think it's a great play to look into. They do allow average 2.2 passing touchdowns a game. All right, so I'm going to go plug them in. All right, 6,000. Is he cash? I'll say GPP. Stafford. Let me look into the stacks as well. I do love the Ram stack, so I'm gonna go ahead and plug him in for a nice. I think it's a. I guess you could say it's a cash stack. All right, next quarterback. I think he'll be low owned. I'm gonna go down to. I'm gonna go down to the Deshaun Watson going against the Jags. He's only 5,600. I think it's a great matchup. I think a lot of people might fade this match. You have, Jerome Ford. You have Cooper. I say Cooper Cup. You have Amari Cooper, and you still have Judy. I think Judy's a great value play into this receiver core. John Jackson, 5,600. Jaguars allowing to average almost 250 passing yards a game. I think it's a bounce back matchup for him in this play as they got smashed against Dallas at home. So want to go back here. I think they gave up around 1.7 touchdowns to the position. Going to look at Deshaun Watson for the play. I think it's a great GPP spot for your lineups. Let me go ahead. Plug them in. Let's see. What's up, Pat? I was cleaning my. I can't see. At work. How are you? I'm doing good, bro. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you as always. What was I trying to do? Oh yeah. I'm going to put Stafford of cash. I think a lot of people are going to look at the Rams. I'm going to go ahead and look at Watson for GPP. I will have a few stacks with Cleveland. I'll go ahead and plug my favorite stacks now. All right. I think Cleveland's a nice little GPP stack. All right, let's go to the next quarterback. Another quarterback I definitely want to look at will be Jared Goff. He's 6,400 going against Tampa. This is going to be a great matchup. I think this will be a great matchup to look at both sides against Tampa. We did that Tampa stack last week, and it did justice for us. But this is a great matchup. We're looking at a 51 implied total in this matchup. He's 6,400, which is I think is an obvious spot here, but I think it's a great cash play for Detroit. Yeah, Jameson Williams stepping up to the plate last week. I'd like Amara St. Brown to ball out as well. You got the double head dragon with Jahmyr Gibbs and what's his name? And you got David Montgomery. So it's gonna be a great spot. He said Watson got stampeded by Dallas. He did, and it's a wake up call. But I think Watson is gonna be low owned. It could be a great matchup for Cleveland into this. You saw some vulnerability with this Jacksonville defense, so I definitely want to look at. Hopefully they can bounce back and cash out for us. I'm watching out for that game for sure. Tampa versus Detroit. Yeah, it's gonna be a great matchup. I love the stacks as well. So I think Detroit, even in the opposite side with Tampa, with Tampa. So I mean, I like both. I think both are in cash spots. Detroit and Tampa. But do want to consider Jared Goff. He's averaging around 23 fantasy points against Tampa. He had 27 and 20 in the last two games at home against Tampa. So it just shows great upside. He had 2 touchdowns in both of those games. So So yeah, do want to look at Jared Goff at 6,400 on DraftKings. He is priced up on FanDuel around 7,800, but I think he's a great play to look at. I will think he's a cash spot. I'm gonna go ahead and put Goff up the spot for him. Another play where I think a lot of people's not gonna look at. Yeah, y'all might get pissed at me, but I'm looking at Daniel Dimes. He's what 5,300, but this is a great matchup for him. You know, going against Washington, we already know like they just play like it's a Super Bowl matchup. Daniel Dimes, I mean, you saw some light with what's that new receiver? What's his name? I had him in my playlist. Let's see, what's his name? Neighbors, yeah, Malik Neighbors, and you have Wendell Robinson. I think both guys are in play. They're cheap. Yeah, man, the Niners did work. It did scare me a little bit, but like I said earlier, if we just change the way we have focal, like I feel like our offense is so one dimensional. When it's like they always like we have McCaffrey, but we have so many pieces, and we gotta put them all together to where even if McCaffrey's playing, you have a guy on the bench, Jordan Mason. He's like third string. That is a baller. To where we should use the double dragon like the Lions, the Dolphins. So it's like we should utilize them guys in the backfield. I remember when we had Elijah Mitchell. We had Elijah Mitchell. Who else did we had? Mostert. And we was like using them back and forth, and they didn't know who to stop. So I feel like use McCaffrey like that. So like this injury shouldn't like. As we see him right now, he has a big injury right now to where we're trying to keep it under wraps and keep him healthy for the rest of the season. But we ran him to the ground last year, and I feel like we need to bounce back, utilize our backfield, still use Debo in the backfield with McCaffrey. I don't understand why we don't do that, why we have to utilize Debo when he's not healthy. I don't understand why we do that. He's a Danny Dimes. We must have no value of you adding Danny Dimes. I saw a video where the Giants fan was trolling him when he walked by him, mad and cursed. Look, I just think Daniel Dimes. Let's see. Yes, babe. Let me get your blanket. Daniel Dimes did work again. So let me find Daniel Dimes. Playing at Washington, he had 38, 12, 29, and 9 in the last 4 games. Like I feel like he gonna bounce back. No one's gonna look at him. He might give you a rushing touchdown. I think Daniel Dimes is gonna be a gem. He might be a gem for the week. Who knows? But I like the spot for them. They just play different when it comes to this game. Like I don't know what it is with Giants and Washington, but they just play different against each other. This might be a game where we will overlook, and there's different pieces on both sides of the field. They're looking at a 43 implied total, but I do like Wendell Robinson. I do like Malik Neighbors. He had targets. He had about 7 targets last week, so if he connected, it could be a good spot to look at. His problem is he's trying too hard. He got paid. Oh, yeah, 100%. Don't get me wrong, 100%. But I feel like you cannot overlook the spot. This is a game where they just play different. We all know the Giants. They will get their first win against the what they call them, against the Commanders. Like I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he balls out. That's what I'm trying to get at. I wouldn't be surprised if he balls out. So I'm gonna look at a GPP spot for the Giants. Even like their defense, I think the defense could be a overlooked spot as well. But New York Giants, I'm gonna go here for GPP. go to boy Dimes. I just don't want to overlook it. I think we're going to overlook this play, and it's right in our face, you know. That's how I see it. Another spot we could look at if you want to play the other side of the field, you got Kyler Murray. Just a moment. My daughter needs me. Hold on.
Mellow beat.
Sorry about that. My daughter crying about some juice. So I had to hook her up some juice. Alright, so rivalry games are always competitive. It is. And I feel like the Giants, they just play different. When it comes to Washington, they play different. I wouldn't be surprised he balled out. I wouldn't be. Now, let's go to this Rams game. I mean, you have Kyler Murray. I mean, I think a lot of people are going to be over this play. He had 15 last week. What, touchdown? They kept it competitive. You know, they were down by, what, a touchdown? But this could be a game where I think Kyler Murray and the connection with, what's his name? Man, what's his name? What's that receiver name? Harrison Jr.? This could be a game where they might finally get this connection going. I think it's going to be a high-scoring matchup. So Kyler Murray for 6,600 is a look. But both guys are priced up pretty good. I think they know that's going to be a great matchup. But Stafford for 6,000 less. That's what you could look at. I think Kyler Murray for his price, a lot of people are going to look at this play. Yeah, but I think it was a lot of spots where Harrison could have went off. You know, he was open a few plays. But we all know the problem is that you got a short guy like Murray that has to get out the pocket just to see who's open downfield. I like Stafford. I think Murray's cash. Yeah, I'm going to look into it, but I do like Connor as well. He do look good coming into this matchup. It's going to be a great matchup for sure. Definitely want to pick apart both sides of the field here. I think a lot of stacks here. Like I try to keep this. I try to keep this small. You already know how I roll with this, but so far I already got too many stacks. All for it. But it's hard to deny these spots though. You got great matchups. Yeah, so we got Murray. He's in a great matchup. You're looking at the Rams. I mean, their defense is leaking against the pass attack. Over 263 passing yards. Almost 2 passing yard touchdowns a game. So yeah, Kyler Murray. It's also a great spot to look at. Matthews, we talked about Daniel Dimes. You got Jaden Daniels that did well. I mean, he had 2 rushing touchdowns last week. I think it's still going to be an effect play against the Giants. The Giants are leaking as well against the pass attack. Um, you got Brian Robinson. I think McLaurin is still a threat in this offense as well for this week. So Jaden Dimes is still in a great play. I mean, 6,200. He didn't throw a touchdown, but two rushing touchdowns. Do we got to get there? He's still a great play to look at against this weak defense. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see with that. Another play I will want to consider will be I would go back to the well with Baker Mayfield. I think he's still underlooked for his price tag. Let me go to him. Where's Baker? He's still in the 5K range. He's still like I said, he's in a great matchup against Detroit. I love Mike Evans. He's my cover guy for the week. Last time he played Detroit last year, he had 3 touchdowns. He did throw two interceptions, but 3 touchdowns, and he still had 28 fantasy points. So he had 30 last week. I mean, you don't need that much for his price point. I mean, even if he give you 24, 24 to 22, this is a great spot for Baker. So I'm gonna go back here in the well to the well here. It look like a high total. All right, you got this game and what's other games at a high total? Yeah, you got the Rams. They're looking at a 47.5 implied. Yeah, so yeah, Baker Mayfield's price didn't move much. You gotta plug it back here. Another great matchup. Another great stack for Tampa. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and plug him in for Baker. All right, so yeah, we got 6 this week, but I don't want to put too many plays at quarterback. I want to keep it simple because I'm not gonna play that many lines, but I still want to give you great value as a backup. But I'm not sold on Sam Darnold. I think our defense might put a lot of work on him on this week, so not sure about that. Brock Purdy for his price, Geno Smith, I think we're good. I do like Derek Carr. Here against Dallas. I'm just not sold. I'm not sure if I want to go here, but Oakland might be a sneaky play. I do like their tight end. What's his tight end's name? Brock Bowers. I think he looks like in a great spot. I still think Evans is in. Adams is still a great play to look at as well. So even I think Derek Carr could be. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Gardner Minshew. Sorry, Gardner Minshew's 51. But yeah, Derek Carr for his price point against Dallas. We got Olave. You still got Juwan Johnson. That's in a good spot against Dallas. So yeah, sorry about that. I was talking about the Raiders the whole time. My bad. But yeah, Juwan Johnson, Olave, they're still in good spots against Dallas. I'm just not sold if I want to play Derek Carr here. Yeah. All right, let me go ahead and go to the running backs. Not that much I want to look at there. I think I'm done with the quarterbacks. All right. Okay, so first play I want to look at for the running backs. I do got to look at Karen Williams. All right, like he's in the ideal play against Arizona. He has been a baller against them. He did have 41 last game he played at Arizona. He had a 41 fantasy point game. He had 2 touchdowns, over 140 rushing yards that game. 6 for 6 in the pass attack. I mean, it's still a great game script for him. He had 6 for 6 last time he faced him, and with Puka gone, he might still utilize as a combo back here. So, like this play for him at 6,800. I mean, he's priced pretty up there in price, but as you can see, he has great upside with Cooper Kupp still in play. I think he's going to be another spot in the pass attack as well. So Karen Williams, definitely think he's a great play to consider. As Arizona, I don't think they have an answer for him. So let's go ahead and plug him in for his price point. All right. I think he's a cash spot. We got Karen Williams. Okay. Okay, we talked about. All right, Pat was talking about James Conner for 6,400. He's a great play as well. He hasn't done well against the Rams. Playing at home against the Rams, he only had 33, 8 and 7 in the last 3 games. But I mean, he had 19 against the Buffalo. I mean, they should have kept it going with him. He had 16 carries and a touchdown. I think he's still going to be effective in his attack. I do like James Conner. Yeah, I think it's a great play for him to look at. Yeah, he's a good spot. I do like this play for him at 6,400. Let's see. Do we like Alvin Kamara? I do like David Montgomery. He's 6,000. Of course, we just don't know who's going to get the ball. See, he had 17 carries last week compared to Jahmyr Gibbs. He had 11 carries, so he's still getting the workload. I mean, for 6,000, it's hard to choose who's gonna ball out. Jahmyr Gibbs had 21 fantasy points last time at Tampa. Versus Tampa, he had a touchdown, 9 carries. So it just shows like both are in play. I mean, you could play both of these guys, but of course you just want to find the upside elsewhere. But I do like both guys here. I think you gotta choose. You just gotta choose, pick your poison. But it's hard to see who's in play. 6,000 for Montgomery, and then you got 66 for Gibbs, and it's like. You got 16 from Montgomery last week. You got 17 from Gibbs last week. So they're both tough to choose, but I think you still got to look at both guys in your lineups. Got Gibbs or Montgomery. I think both guys are in play. It is, like I said, it's a double head dragon here. Let's see who else. Do I like Brian Robinson? Brian Robinson, 5,800. He had 12 carries last week. I just hope that what's his name? The quarterback. What the fuck is his quarterback name, man? I keep forgetting his name. He's a vulture in the run attack. You know, he's a vulture in there in the goal line. I mean, he could easily give you like 18 to 20 fantasy points if he gets the ball in the end zone. But you got the quarterback that wants to keep the ball. So, I like this play for Brian Robinson. It's just, I mean, I guess it's a safer play under 6,000, but it's just hard to pull the trigger here for him. He should do well. Keyword should. Let's see who else is on look. Alright. Keyword should against them. What about Pacheco? I like Pacheco going against the Bengals. I mean, where is he at? Pacheco. Pacheco at 69. I hate the price. The price sucks. He did have 32 fantasy points last year against them, but we're worthy in the mix. It probably is gonna probably might hurt him here. Did hurt him last week. He has 15 last week, but I mean, 69. I can't. What the hell is that noise? Why are they playing? Literally has somebody playing with fireworks right now. What the hell? What the fuck? What the hell's going on? What the hell's going on here? Alright. Sorry about that. I'm like, who's... You heard the fireworks? I'm like, why are they playing with fireworks right now? You okay? Is sister asleep? Hmm?
No.
Okay.
I did hear fireworks.
Yeah, I heard fireworks. What the hell's going on?
Huh?
So I heard the fireworks going off.
Where is the fireworks?
Out front. Outside.
Which front?
Outside.
On the back or the front?
The front.
This side?
Mm-hmm.
Already? I can't see them.
I had the window down. Sorry, it kind of threw me off. Sorry about that, y'all. All right, let's go to another play for running back. It's kind of hard. I guess you got to look at Jordan Mason, another play for cheap. He had 28 carries last week with 25 fantasy points. Going against Minnesota, it should be a spot where, I mean, for the price tag, back to the well. I do like this play. I mean, he got the carries, he get the looks. So, what are you doing, Olivia? Can you please come out? Go. Get out, please. Thank you. All right, so Jordan Mason, I think for 5,200 is a I ain't gonna say a lot, but I think you gotta go with this spot here for his price point. Let's see. All right, who else am I looking at? Gotta be some more running backs. Maybe Singletary. I do like Singletary as well against this Washington defense. Singletary 5,700. He could get a touchdown here. And we know with Singletary, he does get targeted. He did have 10 carries last week. He had 5 carries last week. Singletary is in a good spot to look at as well. I think you have to dabble in some plays with him. I like Singletary 5,700. He is under look here. Alrighty. Look, what about Tony Pollard? All right, he had 16 carries last week, 4 targets, 18 fantasy points. Going against the Jets defense, they are one of the bottom tier against rushing attack. 1.1 rushing touchdowns, allowing 105 rushing yards a game. 5,900 for Tony Pollard looks good. And he did well against Chicago, and that's one of the tough defenses as well. He had 82 carries. He had 4 targets for 3 receptions, and a touchdown. So let's get back to the well. I think Tony Pollard is also in a great play for his price. So far, I'm looking into it. I think you have to look at these 9,000 running backs. I think some good value for running back this week. I don't think you have to pay up so crazy in the price. Do like Tony Pollard, this price point. Another play for cheap. J.K. Dobbins. He had 25 last week against the Raiders. And going against Carolina, we already know, like, Carolina, it's upsetting to see they're like the new Browns, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's hard to watch this team. Like, they just look garbage. I do like J.K. Dobbins. He did look fresh with this new squad. 10 carries. He had 135 rushing yards and a touchdown. And against this Carolina defense, I mean, he could explode on this as well. So, J.K. Dobbins, for his price point, he is 54. Do like this play for him. All right, let me find him. Dobbins. Yeah, he's a great play. Yeah, great matchup for Dobbins. Yeah, it's a great matchup, and he's cheap. That's the key. So it's like, instead of trying to have a focal point with this Montgomery and Gibbs, for 66 and all that, 6,000, you got guys like Dobbins, Pollard, even Mason, that are in great spots for less, So, yeah, I think Dobbins is also a great play to consider just for his price point. You can't go wrong with 5,400. He is 68 on FanDuel. So like the spot for Dobbins. I think he's in a great spot. I think we're done. I don't want to go too far into it. Don't want to do too much. I'm trying to keep it like 4 to 5 plays per position, but it is hard. But I think Pollard and Dobbins is a great spot to plug and play. You could have a Dobbins, Mason. I like Karen Williams as well. They couldn't even stop Williams last time they faced. So if I want to pay up, I will go Williams. It's hard to see who's going to be the focal point with this Montgomery and Gibbs play, but both guys look like they could give you 16 to 17 each. It's hard to determine who's going to be that guy the following week. But I do like Dobbins as he's getting the usage like he should. Breece Hall against Tennessee. Breece 74. I'm a fade it. I'm not like I already talked about. I don't want to pay that much for a running back. I think I'm gonna just keep it the way it is. I'm going cheap at running back this week. Yeah, I think that's the spot, is staying cheap at running back to where you can open up elsewhere. I think the you got a lot of value at receiver, but there are also some great spots at receiver for the price point. So I think if you want to pay up this week, will be the receiver spot. But let's look into it. All right, I think right now the spots are value at running back and quarterbacks. But let's go ahead and see what we have here. All right, so as you can see, you do have Cooper Kupp at 7,600, which to me is obvious. It's an obvious spot against Arizona. He hasn't had a big game against Arizona since 21. I'm sorry, playing at Arizona was 21. He did have 30 fantasy points last year playing at home, but playing at Arizona, the last game he balled out was 21. But I think it's a great spot for cash. I mean, paying 76, but there got to be some other spots if you don't want to just, go for the chalk with Cup. I think he's a great play regardless, but it should be some other spots we could look into. Like, for instance, I love Mike Evans. That's my guy. If you want to pay $100 less, but I love Cup, but I do love Evans. I think Evans is a great spot for cash as well. Both guys in great plays. He has done well against them too. Like the last time he played Detroit, let's see, at Detroit he had 43. He had 20, 43, and 31 in the last 3 games, and all 3 games he had a touchdown. He had over 5 touchdowns in 3 of those games total. So that's impressive. I love Evans, knowing that he shows upside for his price point, even with the history that goes along with it. So, do want to consider that spot for him. You got Rashee Rice. I mean, there's a lot of crap with him, and it's rightfully so. But this dude putting up numbers on the field. He had 5 for 6 with 127 receiving yards last week. I'm sorry. That's stupid. I lied. He had 9 for 7, 103. But the last time he played at home against Cincinnati, he was 5 for 6 with 127. And he's only $6,700. I think he's still a great spot to consider as well. We're at a game where we're looking at a 48 implied total. So this is a matchup where they think it's going to be a high scoring game. I think Rashee Rice for his price point is still effective here. Yeah. Let me go. I mean, man, they got so many spots here. You got Amara St. Brown. He's expensive. Where's St. Brown at? St. Amon. Yeah, he's 8,100, man. He's expensive, but this dude's in a great spot as well against this Tampa defense. He had 33 and 21 in the last 2 games against them with both touchdowns. He had 14 targets, averaging 14 targets in both of those games. He only got targeted 6 times last week. Maybe this might be obviously because of the whole Jameson Williams spot, but it shows great history with him against them. I think it's a great spot to consider, but we're going to go into the value plays, but we got a lot of cash spots. A lot of cash spots. Let's see, we got Rashee Rice. You got Amara St. Brown. All right, we gotta find some value, and the guy I like here is Demarcus Robinson. Would he be a good spot for value? He had 8 last week. He had targeted 7 times, 4 receiving yards. Demarcus Robinson could be great value, and a lot of people going Cup, which I agree with, but Demarcus Robinson could be a cheap spot and a nice little pivot from Cup. Who's the other guy on the other side of the field? We got Tyler Johnson. He had 12 last week. 7. Even Tyler Johnson was a good spot. Maybe Tyler Johnson? Let's see. Tyler Johnson. Like, both guys got Tyler Johnson. See, he's so cheap too. Tyler Johnson is $3,300. He had 7 targets last week. I think we gotta go Tyler Johnson for value. I do like DeMarcus Robinson, but this Tyler Johnson kid, I mean, if he got a touchdown, he still cleared. All he needs is about 10 fantasy points for his price point. So I love his price point. Great value. Wow, Puka. And he has 7 targets. 7 targets for a 3K player. Sign me up, please. This is the type of plays we need. So I'm going to go Tyler Johnson for value. That's a great value play. Yeah, I think it's a great value play, actually. You think Tyler will be overlooked? Yeah, I mean, I like this. I mean, a lot of people gonna look. I think people gonna look at him because someone else got to get the ball. On the other side of the field, a lot of people gonna look at Cup. He's gonna be at a distraction, but you got to look at these cheaper plays on the receiver team, on the receiver core. So I think he's in a great spot, and he's still too cheap. He had 7 targets. I mean, even DeMarcus Robinson has 7 targets. So, but to get a guy at 7 targets under like 3,500, you just gotta play it, man. I think it's a great spot. I mean, he had 7 targets last time. DeMarcus Robinson had 7 targets, but he's 4,000. Like I said, I love this play for Wendell Robinson. He was my guy last year. I think I was plugging him in last year, but he had 12 targets last week, and we can't overlook that. He's 4,300. He had 11 fantasy points. He had 6 receptions for 44 yards. He even had a carry for 14 yards. He's one of those guys. He has that Curtis Samuel type of play. I'm telling you, man, there's a lot of value with this Giant squad. I think Wendell Robinson 4,300 is real cheap. Yeah, Cup will be double covered. So yeah, you gotta look at Tyler. But Wendell Robinson, he's in a great spot against Washington. They're allowing 2.2 receiving touchdowns to the receivers, over 184 receiving yards. Like I said, man, Giants is a sleeper. I think it's a great spot for the Giants. Wendell Robinson, the fact that he had 12 targets, sign me up. I think it's a great spot for a guy under 5,000. We got some great value for the receivers to where you can pay up to like St. Mon Brown, or you could pay up for Cup and Evans. And so we got great value. I think a nice utility spot will be the receivers this week. So yeah, like this spot for him. I think he's a great play. He's 12 targets, man. Great matchup. Let's go for Wendell Robinson. Great value. That's what we like. We want to see value that could open up for ceiling spots. So you got Jameson Williams. He did have 27 fantasy points last week, a touchdown, 5 receptions, 121 yards, 9 targets. I still like him. 5,300 is still a great price tag for Williams. Even if he was to have a down game here, he had 27 last week, but even if he hit you with like 18, that's still great value for his price point. Yeah, I think we cannot oversee Jameson Williams. Shit, honestly, it might be a good spot for just value in receivers. I like Malik Neighbors. I think he's a great spot, 5,900. He has 7 targets, 12 fantasy points, 7 targets. If Neighbors get into the end zone, that's easily, upside. Malik Neighbors. Sorry, I'm going all over the place with these plays, but I'm just trying to find great value. See, Chris Godwin looked good. He looked good last week. 8 targets, 22 fantasy points. He's another great matchup, man. I think that it was a great selling spot. I think both plays with Evans and Godwin are both were in great ceiling plays last week. Even if they were to, 6,000, you need a guy to have. So we're looking at like 3 times the value, right? 3 times value, or I think the best is 4 times the value of their price point. So obviously, like 6,000 times 3, right? It's 18 fantasy points. So we want the guy to give you at least 18 with that price tag, right? But obviously, if he's 6,000 times 4, 24 fantasy points is the best play. Like that's the ceiling spots, right? So we're looking for at least 3 times value. But if you could get a guy to give you 4 times, that's what it's all about. So like when we're talking about like 3,000, like 3,000 for a receiver, that's 3,000. Like all we need him to do is give you like at least 9 fantasy points, 9 to 10 fantasy points, because it's times 3, right? But a guy that's 3,000 times 4, a guy that can give you 13 to 12, 13 fantasy points. That's what we would like. That's what we want to see. So we got to look at these plays in the sense of in the value standpoint, 3 to 4 times the value of their price. And I think if we stay in that type of mindset, it's going to help us with these the fantasy plays, right? So if I look at Chris Godwin, I need him to give me 18, at least 18, right? That's how we got to see each person. So we got to think that every time we're trying to find value, or if you want to pay up, like Cooper Kupp, right? He's 7,000. He's 7,000, but he needs to give us times 3, 21 plus, right? He has to give us 21 plus. You got a guy like Mike Evans, he has to give us 23 plus, 20. You know what I mean? So we got to keep thinking that for us to hit our price points and hopefully cash big when we think that each spot got to give us 3 to 4 times value, right? If we just keep it simple, but we got to obviously find the right plays. So for a guy like Malik Neighbors, he's almost 6,000. He's not really, he has to give us, 18? And he only gave us 12 last week. 7 targets. It's kind of hard to say, yeah, just plug him in. It's hard to say that. It's kind of hard. I like him a lot here, but I think Mike Evans is the guy for this spot. Deebo Samuel, my man Deebo. He had 19 last week, 9 targets. He is still priced to where he has to give you that 18 to 20 fantasy points. He is in a great spot still. I think Deebo, against this Minnesota defense, they're giving up over 176 receiving yards, but still, he can still ball out in the run attack. He did have 8 carries last week. He had 8 carries last week with 23 yards. He was 5 for 9 in pass attack with a touchdown. So Deebo for 6,800 is still a great play. 68, because he can still ball out. We know the ceiling he could give you. So in the spot where I don't think he played them at Minnesota. This is his first time playing at Minnesota. It could be a game where he could ball out in. I like Deebo. I think I'm being real biased. I'm thinking biased right now, but yeah, I think I like Deebo here. We got so many high spots here though. A lot of spots. Price tag is pretty up there in price. Hold on, y'all. I think my daughter's asleep. Let me check and see my daughter, because she's been real quiet lately. Hold on for a second.
Mellow beat.
Yep, and my daughter is asleep. She fell asleep. I knew she was sleeping. It was a little too quiet in the room. A little too quiet. Alright, let me see. little too quiet in the room. All right. Go back into his plays. You got Justin Jefferson. You know I don't like Justin Jefferson going against the squad, though. Going against the squad. But he is still a problem. We can't just say he's not a problem. But 8,300 for with a backup quarterback. Like Sam Darnold is not a starting quarterback. Like he's not a starting type of quarterback. So Justin is dealing with like a tier C quarterback. She's been tired from playing. Yeah, you know the 2 year. She's 3 now. Man, good grief, she's 3. But yeah, we just did some painting before the stream. We did some painting and stuff. But she has to take her nap. She always got to take her nap in between. She got to take her nap in the afternoon. So I already knew it was a little too quiet in the room. Yeah, Justin, he's been real quiet, but like I can't. Sam Darnold is going to get rushed. The defense is going to exploit him. So I'm not. It's kind of hard to say. Yeah, you gotta play Justin Jefferson, but they know that we gotta. Our defense knows Justin's going to be the problem. So I think they're going to force. They're going to have, I guess, like a spy type of defense to where it looked like it's one guy on him, but it clearly is going to be 2. But I think the defense, applying that pressure on Darnold, he's not going to make the right reads. For 8,000 for him, we all know. So 8,000, he's going to need to have, that's at least 25 plus game. 25. We already know it. So I'm not sold on this spot. I'm not going to act like shit. He better not score that much against us, right? So yeah, I'm going to leave that alone. I think it's going to be... What about CD Lamb? He was real quiet last week against the Browns, but I kind of saw that happening. For his price point. CD Lamb. How much? CD Lamb is 80,000. 8,800. So he needs a big game. He's playing at home. I think it's going to be another... This might be a smashing spot for CD Lamb. He's been balling at home. Yeah. CD Lamb, he always balls out at home. Like last year alone, he's been crazy last year at home. He had, let's see. This is all the fancy numbers from at home last year. 28, 14, 44, 42, 17, 35, 19, 44, 23. He's going to have that. I think we can't overlook CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb at home is going to be a problem. He didn't do much last week, and he played away. That was an away game, so let's go back to the narrative at home. So I like CeeDee Lamb. He might be overlooked. I still think he's GPP because I don't think a lot of people are going to play CeeDee Lamb, especially his price tag. I don't think a lot of people are going to want to play that price tag, but he could clearly hit that 30 fantasy point mark this week. He didn't have a great game last week, so he could go off this week. Playing at home. I think CeeDee Lamb is going to be he's cash. But man, I think he's going to have a big game. I'm going to go ahead and put Lamb in the mix. See, I like Debo. Let's see who else I like. I got Evans. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I like the value, but GPP. All right, let me keep going. I'm gonna go with Samuel. I'm gonna go with Debo. And who else I said for GPP? Debo. Who else did I say? Oh, Godwin. Cup, Evans, Rice, St. Brown, Lamb, Debo, Godwin, Tyler Johnson, and Wendell Robinson. I like all these spots. Marvin Harrison, 69. Like I told y'all last week, I mean, he wasn't worth no damn 7,000. He didn't even do anything for that. But we know what he can do, right? We know what he can do. It's just if can Murray give him the ball. Like, Harrison's going to be a great play. I mean, he only had 3 targets last week. They couldn't even find him. But in a matchup where division game, you think Murray going to bounce back, Harrison has to be a look here. Do I want... Like, I don't want to play him, though. But he has to be a look, right? But 3 targets... He even showed like he is a good player, right? Like at least have my thing is like at least have like 8 targets, right? At least have some type of like we see the chemistry, right? So it's like we know his talent, but the chemistry with him and Murray isn't there yet. Like that's why it's hard for me to plug in Harrison. Like I think they have to throw the ball in this matchup, but the fact that we didn't see no chemistry with him and Harrison, and we know he wants the ball, like I think he's gonna be oversaturated. Let's see, I'm trying to see what his ownership might be. He might be low in ownership too. See, Xavier Worthy. I mean, he's a good spot too, but he only had 3 targets. But when he had the ball in his hand, he just went for the touchdown. So it's like he got 2 touchdowns and 3 targets. So that's impressive, but that's not reality, right? Like just because you got 3 touches, I mean, he had great plays. But I'm not sure about Xavier Worthy. I mean, I feel like that's a ceiling game last week to where a lot of people might pivot that route and he'll dud. But the touchdown upside is there for him. I just don't know if I want to go that route. I'm just trying to see who else in play before I go to the tight ends. I just don't feel like I'm missing out on certain players. Amari Cooper. Oh yeah, we were just talking about it. So I was talking about Cleveland. Amari Cooper. He's in play, right? He has to be in play. I like Jerry Jeudy a lot too. Jerry Jeudy. 18. So Jerry Jeudy had 18 fantasy points last time he played at Jacksonville. I mean, obviously he's a different quarterback, obviously, but someone has to ball out. Like if I think what the fuck is his name? I just talked about him. Watson's gonna ball out. Like somebody has to go off. I think Jerry Jeudy, for his price, he's only 5,100. I think Judy's gonna be definitely overlooked. 5,100. I like his upside here. He can give you. He just needs 15, right? So I think he has the potential to give you 15 plus in this matchup. So I'm going. I'm glad I figured. Yeah, man. I mean, it was some. I mean, we did have some other plays that did wrong. Like Kirk did wrong. Christian Kirk was garbage last week. But yeah, like Harrison didn't show us. I mean, I guess I would rather fade him at that price point because he hasn't shown anything in the NFL, right? So if he wasn't dominated last week, I was like, okay, he's that guy. Week 2, let's plug him in, especially in a good matchup. But even now in a better matchup, I'm still not sold on Harrison, right? I mean, even if he was to dominate, I'd be like, hey, I was wrong. I'm okay to be wrong, right? But I don't see the chemistry with him and Murray as of right now, to where I want to still pay up that price tag, and he just had 3 targets. I'm not okay with that. So, yeah, but yeah, I do want to look at Jeudy. I think Jerry Jeudy, for his price point, he's only 5,100. He could be a great play as well. I think we gotta go that spot as well for his price point, 5,100. Someone got a ball. Watson's going to do work. I think Judy's going to be that play. I like the spot for him. I think Njoku's out too. I think Njoku's out. He was in a boot, if I'm not mistaken. So that does open it up more for them. I'm not sure, but I could have sworn that's the case. You know who might be a spot here for Arizona. Might have to look at Greg Dortch. Greg Dortch. He could be that Jim. He's $4,600. $4,600. Greg Dortch. There he is. So for instance, Greg Dortch had 8 targets last week. 8 targets, 11 fantasy points. I think if you need somebody in that range, I think Greg Dortch for $4,600 is a good spot to look at. He had 8 targets for 6 receptions, 48 yards. So that's why I want to see. If I was able to see that for Harrison, I'm like, okay, we need to go ahead and plug him in against the Rams, right? But we don't see that. He only had 3 targets, and you got a guy like Greg Dortch with 8 targets, and he's 46. I think it's another spot for him, and he has good history against the Rams. He had 11 last year, 9 targets. There we go. We still see the targets, right? Still see the targets. He had a touchdown, 11, and he had 17 the year before that. So he had 17 and 11 in the last two home games against the Rams. Greg Dortch, man. I think Greg Dortch it might be a spot here. So let's go ahead and put some Greg Dortch. He could be a silent play. But this is the type of stuff you want to see. You want to see the targets, and it shows that Murray still trusts this guy. So let's go Greg Dortch. We got great value. I like the value here this week. We got some good value spots. Hopefully they cash. Gotta go Greg Dortch. Greg. I don't know how to spell it. Greg Dortch. There we go. Greg Dortch. All right. Anybody else? Jerry Judy, like him. Elijah Moore. I forgot he was on damn Cleveland. Slayton. Forgot about Slayton. Darius Slayton against Washington. He wasn't that. He was okay against Washington. Like Greg Dortch. I think I am done. Yeah, I'm not liking the chemistry with him and Harrison. I think Greg Dortch is the spot we gotta look at. I think I'm done. I think I kind of dig in and I like each position. Devontae Adams, he's 73. He's still a good spot, but 73, I don't know. Brandon Ayuk. He still got good targets against him. I see George Pickens. I think I'm done. I think these are the spots I'm going. What about that lad McConkey? He did great for us last week. I'm glad that worked out. Yeah, I think I'm done. I think if I'm going to pay up, these are the spots. Yeah, I'm hoping the values come out. I hope they come through as well. But I like the values this week. If I was going to pay up, it's going to definitely be like Evans. I think I'm more likely going to fade Cup, just for the sense of there's a lot of chalk on Cup, and it's rightfully so. Don't get me wrong, it's rightfully so. but I like the value to pivot from him to like you said, like Tyler Johnson. I think Lamb is going to be overlooked. I think a lot of people are going to look at Cup and fade Lamb. So if I'm going to pay up, it's going to be like Lamb and Evans, and then I'm going to pay down to like Johnson, Wendell Robinson guys to fill in my lineup. So it's still, I still will have those expensive plays that could still ball out, but then we have the nice value plays that keep us going. You know what I mean? So. We had a lot of different plays for McConkey. McConkey is one of those guys I was kind of like iffy on, but it made sense because of the matchup, and then of course they don't have their receiver core is definitely bland. You know what I mean? You got McConkey, Trey Palmer, like anybody could have blew up, but McConkey, it worked out for us. So, but this week, I'm not really sold on. I'm not going to really go that route with that week. I think we still got great value, but like I really feel like the Giants' value is there. You still got a great value. Pivot from the Cup. I think going Johnson. But I love Lamb. I think Lamb is going to be overlooked to where. I guess we still got to. You got to still look at the matchups where like get the first. The first PM, the 1 PM. I'm saying first PM. 1 PM matchups. And then we still got to look at the games where it's like 4 PM games, right? Because you don't want to put so much emphasis in the 1 o'clock games and then your lineup get drowned by the 4 o'clock. So we still got to look at those games at 4 o'clock, and hopefully those players in those games still keep your lineup afloat or even keep it pushing up. So I feel like that's the type of strategy you have to have when you play DFS. Is still have the 1 o'clock games, but you want to also have games where the afternoon games in your lineups to keep you alive for the rest of the night. So I think I'm done with the receivers. Let's go to the tight ends. It's gonna be short and sweet. But Isaiah Likely, he balled out last week, but he did have that injury at the end of the game. 4,800 is still a great price, but I'm not going to just force him in my lineups. I think I'm not going to really force him in there. I do like Brock Bowers. He had 11 fantasy points last week. He had 6 receptions, but he had 8 targets last week. And going against Baltimore, they're one of the teams that you gotta look at against the in the pass attack. They give up like bottom rank against tight ends, allowing over 66 receiving yards a game to tight ends. Brock Bowers 44. I do like this price tag. Brock Bowers. Olivia. Don't make too much noise in there. Your sister's sleeping. Brock Bowers. Another play. Kobe Parkinson. He had 8 last week against Detroit. 4 receptions, 5. This is another play. We all know about Arizona against the tight ends. I'm not sure if we have to play him, but he's a good value. Kobe Parkinson. He had 5 targets. And in a matchup where they don't have Puka, he could be a great asset in the pass attack. So, I think it's a good spot for him. I forgot Higbee is out too. So without Higbee, it opens up for him. So he's a great price tag, 3,100. Great value for Parkinson. Without Higbee. Alrighty, let's go Parkinson. Foster Monroe. Oh yeah, I forgot Monroe. I thought Monroe was still on the Raiders. He got traded, so that does help out. Oh, okay. Okay, that does help out Bowers because I thought Monroe was still Monroe. How you pronounce his name? Monroe, Foster Monroe. Yeah, I thought he was on the Raiders. I guess he got traded. Travis Kelsey. I mean, going against Cincy, he had a bad game last week against Baltimore. Six fantasy points, but this dude dominates them. He had 14, 25, 20, and 4 in the last 4 games at home. I think you have to look at this play for Kelsey. I mean, 6,200. I mean, good grief, but it does show he has upside against them. So Kelsey has to be a play. Let's see. What's up?
I think Mommy's here.
Hmm?
I think Mommy's here. Jake.
She's sleeping?
Baba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you making a lot of noise when she's sleeping in there?
I know.
Hmm?
I'm not making my noise there.
Heard a lot of shuffling in there.
Wait, say?
So I heard a lot of stuff going on in there. A lot of shuffling. You was playing with the toys in there?
No.
You want to say hi to everybody? They ain't seen you in so long. Say hi. Get close. Get close. Say hi. There you go. Look. Say hi. Say come here. Say hi. Say hi.
Hi.
You know a lot. Come here. Come here. Oh my gosh. Dude, she's a... I remember a lot of y'all remember her, Olivia, when she was a baby in my arms, man. That's crazy. Growing up, man. She's in kindergarten now. Crazy. He said Mark Andrews a play. I don't know, man. Like, if Likely's playing, it's hard to say that Andrew. I think Andrews had that. What you call it? Didn't he have like a car accident like right before the game? Like he had a car accident like right before the game, or I think in the off season. I think so. I wouldn't still play. How much is he? How much is Andrews? Andrews 5,000. I mean, he doesn't have any stats on him. Andrew, it's kind of hard to say. It's kind of hard to say. I ain't gonna lie. I do like Sam Laporta. Oh yeah, he did have a car accident. Sam Laporta could be a spot. So he's 63. Good gosh, they price these tight ends like receivers. But he had 15 last time he played at home against Tampa. He had 9 receptions, 11 targets. So Sam Laporta, I mean, but how many targets he had last week? Sam Laporta had 5 targets. I still like him though. I think he's still a good spot. I think he's still cash though. Sam Laporta. Kelsey. Yeah, I wouldn't just. It's kind of hard. 5,000. You still got Likely. I mean, they both kind of banged up. Likely, but I'd rather pay down $200 for Likely if he had 12 targets last week, and it's hard to say like it's hard to fade that, But then again, he was a dog last week. No, another play I like here is Zach Ertz, but with this new quarterback, he only had 4 targets last week, but in a matchup where he showed dominance against the Giants. He had 18, 22, 30, and 11 in the last 4 games at home against the Giants. Obviously, it's a different team, but Zach Ertz for 3,500 to me is a great spot. Knowing that they got to throw the ball, like if they're behind, they got to throw the ball. Either Jalen, that's his name. Either Jalen's going to be a dog, Daniel's going to be a dog in the pass attack, or he's gonna run the ball in. That's why it's hard for me to play Brian Robinson because, yeah, I mean, we saw that Daniels he would rather take it in himself, so it does vulture his touchdown opportunities for Brian Robinson. But if they're gonna pass the ball, I think Zach Ertz. I mean, just for the price tag, great history against the Giants. I think Zach Ertz is a great value piece. I think you gotta look this way for him, and I think this is gonna be it. I'm not gonna do too much, but I think this is it with my guys. I think I love Ertz here. Yeah, these are my favorite spots. Yeah, I think I like this a lot here. We got some good plays. Got Murray. I don't even like Murray though. I do like Murray, but not in the sense of like. I do like Murray though, but because he should go off in this matchup. He should go off. Got Goff, Watson, Dimes, Stafford, Mayfield. You got Karen Williams, Montgomery Gibbs, Connor, Mason Singletary, Pollard, Dobbins, Cup, Evans, Rice, St. Brown, Lamb, Devo, Godwin, Judy, Johnson, Robinson, Dortch, Laporta, Kelsey, Bowers, Parkinson, Ertz. I like those. I like those. They're solid plays. All right, let's look into his defense. I'm not gonna do too much in defense. But I told y'all about the Patriots. I wasn't sold with the Cincy. I wasn't sold. They did work for their price point. Only like $2,600. And they're still in a good play against the Seattle. I mean, Seattle looks banged up. I think Walker was banged up, and not sold with Geno Smith. I think Patriots is still in a good spot here. I think you still got to look at Patriots. Their defense is real solid. Yeah, I'm not sold on their defense. I mean, I could be wrong. But I like that price point once again. I think you still gotta go here for him. Yeah, I like that play. $2,800 still too cheap. Boy, Stevenson did work, didn't he? I think I called it. Did I plug him in my lineup? I'm not sure if I did. I'm not sure if I plug him in as a play, but I had a feeling Stevenson's gonna do some work. I don't think I played him though. I like New England. I think they price pretty good. They still price well here. Let's see who else looks good. You gotta look at Chargers. I think Chargers. I mean, this Carolina team is garbage, right? So I think you gotta look at Chargers defense. It should be a problem. Like they just look horrible. Yeah, they just look horrible, man. I think you gotta look at the Chargers. Don't come here now. What you doing?
I was stacked.
You want a snack? All right, I'm almost done. Okay.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Almost done. I think you gotta go Chargers. The Seahawks defense. I like the Colts. I think the Colts defense might be a problem. The Colts. How much the Colts defense? Ooh, I think in Green Bay might do something. I don't know. So the Colts defense had 8 and 11 in the last 2 games against Green Bay. At least at least an interception in both of those games. What about the Steelers? I think they're too pricey, but I mean, Denver doesn't look good either. Denver looks garbage. The pass defense you mentioned last week. Yep. Should have listened about them. I played the Falcons and got grounded. He's stupid. I'm not sold on that squad. Steelers defense. I think Steelers, I mean, I guess that cash, I mean, for the price. I don't know about Denver. I don't see any upside in Denver this week. It could be a low scoring game. So I guess Steelers look good. Denver, they're taking 2.8 sacks a game. This could be a defensive game. I think Pittsburgh is gotta be up there. They're priced up too. Ravens are priced up. I feel like the Raiders might do something, but then again, I mean, I could be wrong. What's the Ravens defense? 3,700 for Raiders defense. So the last 2 times they played them, they had 18 and 1. I mean, I think Baltimore has to be up there. I think Ravens defense got to be up there, but I think you could just go Chargers and New England. I don't think you have to pay up so much money. That's why I said last week. I don't feel like when you first start in week 1, you shouldn't have to pay up crazy money. Until you start seeing the vulnerabilities, right? So you start actually seeing vulnerabilities, then you say, okay, I could pay that. I'm okay to pay that much, right? But Raiders, they kind of whatever. Baltimore should dominate this matchup. Keyword should dominate them. Steelers defense looks good. I mean, you could pivot from Ravens to go Steelers. Chargers look like a must play against Carolina. I feel like Carolina is not going to do a damn thing. I just feel like it's going to be maybe a few pick sixes. Could be a few pick sixes in this game. I didn't really see much. It might be Chargers all day in that matchup. Patriots for their price. I mean, maybe Tennessee. Tennessee looks... Man, Jets don't really look... I mean, they got Rodgers, so that's the thing, though. They got Rodgers, so it's like you can't really go crazy. Maybe the Jets defense against Tennessee. Jets defense. Tennessee. Maybe Jets defense might be... maybe the Jets defense might do something this week. Jets are 38. Oh, that's why. So Jets are actually more money than the Ravens. That's crazy. I don't want to do... I'm going crazy with this thing. You got the Jets. New York Jets. Cash. I mean, Jets might do something. I mean, Tennessee doesn't look promising either. So maybe the Jets, but they're priced up though. Chiefs. 3,200 for the Chiefs. Maybe the Giants defense might do something. Giants might be Let's put Giants in there. I like Giants. Giants defense. They're gonna be a Super Bowl game for the Giants. Super Bowl. The Giants, where they at? There we go. $2,700 for Giants. All right, we're done, man. We are doomed. All right. So I'm gonna go. All right, let's go put a lineup. I don't think I did it. Yeah, I didn't do that last week. Let's go ahead and throw a lineup for both Draftkings, FanDuel, and see what we could come up with. All right, let's look in. Let's make a lineup. All right, let's go and make a lineup. All right. Let's take him out. Josh Jacobs, take him out. All right, let's do a Jared Goff. Thanks, Pat. Appreciate you as always. Let's see what type of lineup we can make today. All right, let's go. I'm gonna go back to the well with Baker for low. Dobbins. I do like Karen Williams. All right, let's get Evans in there. Let's get I want to get another pricey guy. I'm trying to figure out who. Oh yeah, we did talk about Lamb. Let's get CeeDee Lamb in there. All right, let's get him in there. Let's go. Let's keep Chargers defense for right now. All right, and let's go. I like Kobe Parkinson. Yes, boo boo.
Will you finish that?
Almost done, boo boo.
Okay.
Appreciate you. Let's go ahead and throw in Tyler Johnson. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. So we got some good players. Parkinson. Like Brock Powers. Like Zach Ertz. Nice. I'm just scared about the damn Daniels. Like Daniels ain't gonna show him no love, but I like him a lot though. I'm gonna go Parkinson without Higbee. I could pivot from Karen Williams. I do like Pollard. Didn't I say about Tennessee? I do like Mason. Mason makes it cheap too. Mason. Man, I got a lot of money left, so I could pay up from Brock Bowers. I like Brock Bowers. That's not bad. I like this. Oh yeah, I am. I got a flex. David Montgomery has a flex. Hold up. Damn, that's a lot. Choose wisely. Choose wisely. I still like Chris Godwin for 6. I mean, if I want to go Tampa, I still like both guys here. I'm going to go ahead and save this lineup. We got Mayfield, Dobbins, Mason, Evans, Lamb, Johnson, Bowers, Godwin. Godwin is solid. But then I do want to pivot from him too, just in case. I don't want to put too much on Godwin. I mean, hell, I do like I like Kelsey. I'm gonna go Kelsey. I'm gonna drop down and put in the Giants defense. Giants. I mean, you got the Pittsburgh defense. Oh no, I can't go. Damn, $200 more. I mean, I could still go down from Bowers. I could put my man Ertz in there. Ertz. I mean, you still got Ertz. You can still put Chargers in there. I'll go Kelsey. 2 tight ends though. I mean, my boy Patrick could use the boy James O'Connor in there. Boom, bam, bam. Put James Conner in that mid, boy. Let's see. Alright, hold on. Let me use the Giants defense. I do like Wendell. Why is it not popping out? Oh shit, I could get Cooper Kupp in there. Hold on. Connor's my guy. Do you think Tua should retire? Yes. Yes, he should. It's one thing, it's all about money and your teammates, but then it comes down to health. And if you can't see it, you know what I mean? Like, if you got a condition to where you can't even enjoy your life after that, then what does it mean after that? You know what I mean? So, while you're healthy and you know, yes, it's a bad situation to where maybe longevity might be a problem, but as of right now, you're in a good place where you just signed a big contract, like over 160 million guaranteed. Man, enjoy your life, man. There's nothing else. There's nothing else to prove. You made your money. You still got your health, man. Like, enjoy life after that. I mean, if you're gonna be, you know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna get to the point where you're brain dead and you can't enjoy life, like, it's terrible to see that. So it's best for him just to make it keep it moving, man. Yeah, health and family is definitely number one. He has nothing else to prove. Like, yeah, I mean, I guess prove that you're a top tier quarterback, but man, you made your money, man. At the end of the day, you're established. Enjoy life, man. Keep it moving. That's how I see. I like this one too. I got Cooper Kupp. I could put Cooper Kupp if I want to in there. I got 3 big, like, that's the thing too. I got 3, like, I got Cooper Kupp, Lamb, Evans. I like this a lot too, man. I love this one. I got each position, like Baker, he could still give me 20 plus. Dobbins, 5,000. He could give you maybe 15 to 18. Mason should do 15. Evans, hopefully give us 20. Lamb, I think he's going to give us 30. Tyler Johnson should, with his price point, give us 10 to 12. Ertz, for his price tag, should give us 12. Cooper Kupp, for his price tag, hopefully give us 20 plus. Giants, I think, he's priced down, but fuck it. All we need is 6 or 8. I love this a lot. I'm going to say it that one. I love this one a lot. All right. Another one I will go, say Stafford. Since we're playing the stack with the Rams, I think Johnson is definitely a must. Keep Cooper Kupp in there. Hell, you could keep the same damn team. Stack it. Save it. There we go. You still got your correlation with the receivers, so fuck it. You just play both quarterbacks. Make the same lineup. Swap your quarterbacks. I think that's good as well. Let's see. Thanks, man. Thanks, Pat. Holding it down with your boy. As much as I see it, I don't think I like it. I think I don't like Pollard. As much I keep looking at it, I don't know if I like Pollard as much as I thought I did. Can't go back now. I mean, he is a good spot, but I'm not sure if I want to. All right, let's do a Daniel Dimes lineup. All right, Daniel Jones. All right, so I want to keep Evans. I want to keep Lamb. I want Wendell. Wendell in there, 43. With a defense. I think I'm locking in Dobbins. Am I locking in Dobbins? I like Singletary. What did he do last week? He only had 2 fantasy points. Am I tripping? He only had 9 fantasy points. Oh, my neck. He did have 9 last week. 10 carries. I like Singletary though, man. Throw Singletary in there. Let's go Kareem Williams. Karen Williams. Fake Cooper. Big Coop. I like Laporta. Montgomery. Neighbors. Pollard. How much do I need? Oh, okay, 5,000. Shit, I still like J.K. Dobbins. J.K. Dobbins right there. That's a what if line, but like I said, I think Daniels might have his big game. He might give us 20 plus. So I'm gonna do that one. I like these. The one I'm gonna do it for FanDuel. Let's throw a FanDuel in there. Alright, let's see what it put together. We got Stafford, Karen Williams, Tony Pollard, Mike Evans, Johnson, Cup. Ooh, this is a good lineup. Damn. Save this one. I like this one. Damn. That's like Stafford, Pollard, Williams, Evans, Johnson, Cup, Laporta, Judy, Chart. Oh, I love that one. Shit. That's a great one. Yeah, I hope Daniels come through, but it's one of those things where I like, you know what? It feels good when you just look, you just like you stick with your plays, right? And you just see it, you see the you just see it flourish, right? So hey, it's one of those plays like I don't want to say I didn't. Like I said, I don't want to just make a play and then I don't play it, right? So yeah. So it's one of those things where it's like I like that. I like to see when you make that, you do your research and you see your guys ball out. Like that's the best thing I like. So I'm not going to say, hey, pick dimes and then I don't play them. And then it's like, what's the whole point of me putting them as a play and I don't play them? You know what I mean? So it's one of those things. Just put them in a lineup and hope the best. I'm not saying put them in a crazy ass, $20 line, like a $20, entry. Put them in like a dollar entry. They got a bunch of dollar entries. Over 100K first place, but he could be that guy that could give you over that threshold, because I guarantee he's probably gonna be a 2% own type of play right there. But I love this lineup. This is a great lineup right here. I love this one. Let me do another randomization. I want to do another randomization because that's a real good one. I forgot how you do it. Am I tripping? Oh yeah, generate. Yeah, that's a real good one. Let's see what it puts together. We got Golf, Pollard, Henry, Judy, Cup. It's just okay because they're not playing nobody. They're not really playing nobody from like the team. You know what I mean? So if I'm gonna play somebody in a team, it gotta be like St. Brown. He's 9,000. Good dog. 9,000. They really think like you better like 9,000, man. You better have what 30 plus fantasy points. But he did dud last week against the Rams, so he should be a play. I'm gonna just hope, but I'm gonna plug him in just because Golf is a play here. I feel like you have to play Evans on the other end of the field. Maybe get like some Tyler Johnson action. He's only 4,000, so technically that's bottom tier. That's bottom of the barrel right there. Oh, see, that works out. And then Karen Williams is $8,000. FanDuel. There you go, my man. Get some Connor. Put Connor in there. Hell, you could put Karen Williams in that bitch. Oh, I like this one. This is a good one. I mean, I like Auden, but let's, for the sake of the video, see, yo, you could go any of these guys too. You could put Parkinson. Well, I like that. I'm gonna save that one. Oh, this is a real good one. I like this one a lot. Johnson. You could pivot from him. I'm gonna go Ertz. I can't, like, Hurts got great history against the Giants. I like that. I'm gonna save that one. Let's do one with Laporta. He was in a good dog. 7,000. Good dog. Giants defense. 3,500. Let's go Chargers defense. Oh damn! This whole time I had Adams as my damn flex. What the? Oh, the whole time I had Adams sitting there. Hell, he's definitely in play though. I mean, he's due. Damn, this whole time I had Adams chilling. Yeah, that might be a sign though. Let me go ahead and who else I said I want to play. So I got two sides. I got both sides of Detroit. I got Evans on the other side. I got Tyler Johnson. I liked him a lot. Wendell. How much is he? 54. Okay, I'm $1,000 off. Yeah, I had Devonta Adams. Adams was just chilling. Oh man, that's funny. I got $1,000. Who should I play? CeeDee Lamb is CeeDee Lamb. Jared Goff. Karen Williams is. He's the problem. Karen Williams is expensive. It's funny how he was just sitting there though. Let me put Cooper Kupp in there and see what I can do. Cooper Kupp, and let's take Williams out the mix. We got Mason, right? I could put Mason in that thing. Oh, how much is he? 800 off. Giants. Hey, there we go. Giants. $100. Like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. Okay. Let me do one without Connor. I like Connor, but I'm not really sold on Connor. But I like him. Definitely gonna make a lineup just for you, Pat. With my man Connor, just for you, my G. I I did say I like Pollard. I did like Pollard. Gotta be somebody else I like here. Pollard, Mason. I mean, hell, you got so many options without Cup. Like, if you pivot from Cup, sky's the limit. You got Kelsey. I still think Kelsey's in a great spot to ball out. I mean, he's due for a big game from last week. I like this one too. Let's save this one. Who else can I play? I mean, you got Kyler. Oh yeah, I forgot about Dortch. You got your boy Dortch. You want to go that route with Murray? Stafford, you still in play. This is a good spot you got. I mean, I feel like you got so much good value to where you could pay up for these guys, like the 9,000 play with Brown. I mean, I think he could ball out this match. You still got Evans to ball out. You got Kelsey that could ball out. You got Porter could still give you around like 15, hopefully 12 to 15 here. But then again, you want to go. I mean, you got Bowers. I feel like Bowers is a good spot against Baltimore's defense. So I feel like if you got to play the other end of the field against Baltimore, I think Bowers is a great play to where it opens up more money. So if I want to go, you got Derrick Henry. You want to play him. Karen Williams. Oh yeah. I love Karen Williams though. I'm not really sold on Pollard. Let's go Karen Williams. And then yeah, I'm not too fond with two tight ends, but then again, hell, Travis Kelsey could be your play though. I mean, you could go Dobbins, Kelsey. I'm not really sold on Washington, so hell, you got a good spot with the Giants. He said, I appreciate that. Oh man, but as you can see, man, you got some great lineups. Just plug and play, man. I think we got some great lineups to where you can make it happen. You just gotta hope that these guys give you the ceiling plays that you want. You know what I mean? That's bottom line. That's all you want to make sure. These guys just give you ceiling plays. That's all. But other than that, we got great lineups. Chargers. This is a great lineup. I don't know if I played it, but like I said, I like these lineups. You could go to your my saved lineups. So I could go to my saved lineups. All the lineups I created. I could go here. I could see which one's projected the most. As you can see, the one that is right here, that's the most, which we like the most, was like the Connor. Oh, it was Jared Goff, Karen Williams, Dobbins, St. Brown, Johnson, Mike Evans. My favorite one is actually, my favorite one was actually where was it at? The Draftkings one with Baker Mayfield is my favorite. This one right here is my favorite one. Baker Mayfield, Dobbins, Mason, Evans, Lamb, Johnson, Ertz, Cup, Giants. That's my favorite one. And that's actually the highest one. But as you can see, you can import it. You could select all and click on export, select it, and it'll just export all of them out to either DraftKings, straight to DraftKings since I'm on a DraftKings platform right here. But I could go to FanDuel, do the same thing. So hope you liked the video. Appreciate you, Pat. As always, staying with your boy. Hope you cash big for week 2. Yeah, man. Y'all be blessed, man. And hopefully cash well. I'll talk to you later.